This is Leon C., aka Morpheus. And again, you are here in the Academy of Wildman. And I have another special red pill for you today. But before I get started, I'm going to add a little conversation here to make clear of something. Because I know it's going to happen. I don't care. Oh, already I got a few insignificant, I don't know how to listen nor read, don't know much about myself, individuals who wanted to respond to my audio I made based on is men afraid of marriage? Now, the one thing that you must know, I don't prove myself to anybody. I don't have to. Not interested in it and never did ever since I was a child. That's the point of being who I am. I don't have to remind you. Okay? I've always got into conflicts because of this. And I stood out above and beyond the crowd because as everyone else is acting like monkeys, pawns, sensitive, feminized, and emotional, I was usually the one in the back with my arm crossed, looking out of the window. So whenever there was a challenge or, hey man, I'm bigger than you, or I'm greater than you, or you ain't nobody, prove yourself, I would always just grab my books and walk away. I don't need to get emotional about anything. There's no need for me to see on these. I gave you got a lot of audio so far. You got a lot of lessons so far. There's no need for me to prove anything about what I talk about with you. See, the problem is with a lot of you don't have any patience and you don't listen. I'm going to say like what Queen Latifah said on one of the movies that she made. I forgot about the actor that she was with, but the brother, he had a big long nose. But she would always say, "You don't hear good?" And she'd have a conversation with him and he would ask a question and she would say, "What? You don't hear good?" So I can say that to y'all, you don't hear good. You don't hear what I'm saying. You listen to like 15, 20 minutes and you skip over. And I get it because a lot of you have a different experience. We all have a different experience. That's just a part of our human nature. So it's hard to comprehend until you come across that road. But one of the biggest things that I've discussed in it, which should make a catch, and I'm just going to explain this part. It's not to prove nothing to you. I made a point, and this proves my point. There are some other coaches and people who accept the reality. Men specifically have been accepting their realities based on the dilemma that we are dealing with in this current day and age, where we have to change our ways. As I explained to you, we have to change how we deal with women. We can't just be as we once was. We can't, even if we want to be chivalrous, even if we want to open up the door, even if we want to be gentlemen, even if we want to get married, even if we want to be faithful, honorable, diligent, and be this guy who was just come home with a bouquet of flowers and say, "Baby, I love you," because we really mean it. Even something as you would think as nice as that is a compromise because too many American women have taken advantage of us men when we do that. That's generally the specific topic and subject of what I was talking about in that audio. But you don't hear good. Like Queen Latifah said, you don't hear good. You don't want to hear good because you got wax in your ears and it's clogging your brain at the same time. So I'm going to drop that dime on you, but it's not just for you. It's for other neos that have to deal with your stupidity. Because you just want the world to work out for you. Too bad. Too bad you who don't agree with me because you want the world to bend to your will because you don't want to accept reality. That's called narcissistic. And it's also called Self-indulged and in ignorance. But hey, don't worry about it. Don't listen to Morpheus, okay? Because nature will be the final judge. Nature will tell you exactly what you need to know when you're 40, 50, 60 years old and nobody's there with you after you have your fun. But men, we're going to keep on ticking and we're going to keep on moving. You don't have to line up. You don't have to be compatible. You don't have to be marriage material because you think we all supposed to bow down to your will. However, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to this lesson, and I'm not going to make it long. I got a lot of things I need to do right now. Okay? You saw the title, Is Cheating Okay? Now, you got to remember that a lot of these has been given to me. These aren't my subjects here. I speak about other things. I'm Morpheus, by the way. But you're asking these questions from Morpheus, which is very intriguing. It's very intriguing. I suppose that I've been able to wrinkle a couple of nose and put a couple of smile emojis on several people's faces based on my facts. You hear what I said? I didn't say opinion. I said facts. Okay. So in this one, let's go to the basic study. Let's go ahead and give you my Morpheus red pill on this one. The first thing you must realize, the first number one thing ever when you encounter any situation occurring, well, let's just say the current generation, know who you are. Okay? Now, let's talk about the species that we are as man and woman. I don't do anything in between. I don't go by the ABCs and all these. No. I keep it very simple and basic in the way that, excuse me, it is. So, therefore, as a man, let's talk about cheating. See, years ago, let's go in the past here. Let's go with the basic. Men they can be with multiple companions and multiple women if they choose to by nature. It is the way that they're made. It's the way that men are created. That's just the way that it is. In the past days, the entire environments, the culture, the towns, the cities, the countries, the tribes, the areas, the campsites, the Indian groups provided a means of understanding this not so diversified way of life. It was a common way of life. And most, if not anything, was based on discovery and trying to figure out how to modify these sort of unique lifestyles into a common thought or a common functionality. However, it was a certain part of time where it was a common functionality to the point where men can handle this. Men was prepared for this. Men was honest with this. Men was open with this, and women was acceptable of this because just like the man himself, women was comfortable in their own circles as well. Albeit whatever you want to call, some of the men try to say, not men, but women try to talk about a form of slavery or submission, and men were all based on their patriarchal ideas and this sort of, that sort of idea. But the reality of it is, regardless of those little speckles here and there, it wasn't something that was uncommon for men to have 5, 6 women, 10 wives, 20 wives, and some kings had about 90 or 50 of them. Some were called concubine. You have mistresses. That was just the name of the day. And kings and leaders and those of higher prestige had that many, and they had a pick of the litter. They had the pick of the women. All right. So that is very basic, but let's transform over here to the modern day. We can't do that anymore. And you say, why is this? Why is this? Well, look, let's go to the second chapter here. Let's slow down and go to the median. The median is accepting reality. First of all, know who you are and know your history, know your phylum, know your gender. Second of all is Again, knowing specifically what it is. See, what you're dealing with right now is the fact that many of you are already in a non-monogamous relationship. You're already cheating. Y'all can't even stay committed in your relationships. There are several forms of cheating. I discussed this before in one of my audios. What it is you're doing it already. You're flirting, which is cheating. You're sending emojis and pictures, which is cheating. You're spending too much time with that person or giving them your energy, which you should be giving to your husband or your boyfriend. That's cheating. You're allowing this man, or sometimes woman, mostly man, to give you feelings, to give you vibrations when those vibrations belong to your husband. You're already cheating. The history of marriage have been based. You would be hard pressed to find a marriage who lasted for 14, 15 years and the woman or the man never even cheated with someone else outside of their marriage. It's almost impossible. It's possible and it's there, but it's rare because of your phylum, because of who you are. Now, getting back to the basic, another thing here when you want to go to the next stage is saying, what are you in general? Human. Usually you are. Okay. I expect that you are human. Okay. Or an earthling, as if you want to go that far. Okay. When you understand this, understand you are a flawed species and you're going to make mistakes. And oftentimes those mistakes are obvious. Now, tether that to the common modern day today. Tether it to what we're dealing with today. Now, the environment isn't what it used to be. It isn't common now where a man will have 5 or 6 different wives, or a polygyny or polygamous relationship, and an open one. You got me? It's not fully acceptable, especially in the corporate world where they expect for you to have a wife in order to get to a better position or to gain more power and appreciation. I consider that a situation as a sellout, but I'm not going to get into that in a moment. I can break that down and really douse it, but I'm just going to let it chill for right now until I crack that ice or that rock head. Just before I even do that, just think about it for a moment, for 1 second. So you're going to be forced to get a marriage or get into a marriage in order to rise higher into your so-called corporation or your job or whatever you're doing. Okay. And actually get into it by arrangement, not by love and companion or compassion by the one that you're with. Here's the trick. Yeah, you can do that because you just want to get a better position. But what I just tell you, knowing what you are still a fragile human being with feelings, emotions, and you can douse it all you want to. You can try to drink it away like y'all do. You can try to drug it away on opioids like y'all do. You can try to hide it with other mistresses like you do. But this is when things get ugly. This is when your life goes to hell in a handbasket because you sold yourself by saying, well, in order for me to get this position, I need to go into a marriage that I know I don't want to go into, but I'm just going to do it because I want to be considered as a well-established male of a society. So you sign up for the devil's pill and you will, trust me, you will suffer eventually. I have friends. I have men that would tell me on often they would trade both of their sacks and balls. Okay. Okay, I know it's one sack. I'm just trying to be silly here. Okay, because his wife has the other one. Excuse me. But yeah. In order to get free from this, they may have a little prestige. They may have a little bit of money, but money cannot buy your soul into heaven. Let me say it again. Money cannot buy your way into heaven. And heaven is not a place that's far away from earth. Heaven is right here on earth. It's a condition of life. You may live comfortably, you can buy what you need, but it has nothing to do with how free your soul is. If you have a soul, even if you don't have a soul, you have a human body that have emotions and feelings, and it wants to be free. Same as animals, dogs, and birds. If you grab them and you try to hurt them, they will make a noise. But most of them don't have a soul, but they will make a noise because they hurt. They are a living organism. And so are you. So saying that you'll do anything for more money, saying that you'll do anything for position, regardless of the consequences, you are a joke. And you walk down that aisle, walk down that aisle and think you are shielded like RoboCop. You got organic matter on the inside, or this brain thing, and your whole body's a machine. Do it all you want to. Remember what happened in RoboCop. RoboCop, I think it was part 1 and part 2. He started having visions. I think it was part 1. He started awakening up. He started getting his third eye. He started getting his instincts. When they had him strapped to the chair, he started having dreams, and he was supposed to be this unfeeling machine that destroyed crime and saved the people. But he started having flashbacks, and you remember what happened, or if you don't, look it up. Watch it on Netflix or on YouTube or something like that. RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2. Look at how he was acting. He started freaking out. He got up, broke the restraints from the chair, and started walking. And all the people in the precinct areas like, where is he going? What's going on? Something pissed him off. What's going on with it? What? Same as you, because you think, oh, to get a greater position, I need to get married first to this girl who I really don't like. Out of arrangement. Sure, you can learn to love somebody, but you can put yourself in a cage all you want to. You'll find yourself, you'll realize you just bound yourself for money. You said, okay, I want more money and position. Put me in handcuffs. Dumbest thing. And now you got to run around different places and find other means of satisfaction and getting away from this person and pretending to live this very prestige, great life, house on a hill. Everybody's snapshot, and you can't get away from the paparazzi or people who want to take a piece of your pie. You're not free. You're the most biggest slave than those who aren't in your position. These guys coming over here to my house, in my kitchen, sitting down, and the first thing they ask me, Morpheus, do you have something to drink? And I don't drink. So I'm like, okay, let's just go drive somewhere and I'll get you something to drink. And just talk to me, bro. What's going on? His face all red. Hey, man, yeah, that's him. He's like, man, and he'll ask a question. He's very direct. No, I'm not saying no names. He'll say something like, what do you do, man? I'm like, I know what he means when he asks me that question. What do you do? Like, how are you enjoying yourself with your freedoms that I'm not allowed to, or I'm not allotted to? They don't have it like you think they don't have it like you think they do. Even worse still, in an environment or place where you have to walk on eggshells. Now let's go further with this. See, cheating is, how can I put it? It depends on the man. Now, getting back to me for a moment, okay? You'll say, Morpheus, how do you deal with the situation? I had several friends. And if I get into a relationship where, let's say this girl wants to be with me, I'm not a high value male. Okay? At least, well, I'm very modest with this. I don't really rate myself real high. But I know that if she walks away, she's going to hurt herself. Okay, she has a lot to lose. I made an audio on this, but I'm not here to pump my head up. Okay, so I'm not going to put myself in that position. But I will tell you this, okay? When she was interested in being in a long-term relationship, I was honest and forward with this girl. I'm honest and forward with them. The question will be, okay, are we gonna be anything serious? Are we gonna hazard? Or are we gonna um are we gonna take this seriously? And the question, well, the return question that I give them is always, are you ready for what you're asking for? Because if you're asking for what I think you're asking for, there is rules and regulations here, sweetheart. There's a difference between being a girlfriend and being my wife. Or, here we go. There's a difference between being my female friend and being my companion, because I'm not gonna get married anyway. So being my companion would be the best position you can be in, because I'm gonna treat you just like a wife. How about that? You just don't have a ring on your finger, nor an indoctrinated pamphlet or paper that's gonna bound us to the government, the state, and the world. We're gonna be together like adults and act like we're adults. But that's the best position you can be in. No different than a wife, because it's not gonna change. Marriage is just you just jumping over you just getting this. You're putting yourself in chains. How about that? That's what you're doing. You're selling your soul to the devil and signing a piece of paper where you're going to have to lose everything you got just to get out of it, and your sanity. Dumbest thing you can do. That's why I told you before, it's the dumbest thing. It's hard for other people who are in a marriage right now and it's working out for you so far. You've been married for 12 years because you've never been free. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. No, listen. No. It's hard for you to understand if a person's been with you, you've been together with somebody for 13 years. That's a long damn time to be with somebody and think that you're free. Now, because when you're with a person all the time, you got somebody there, you got somebody to call, you got somebody that's going to, you can sleep with, walk with, fart with, whatever that you want to do. You got this companion or this person who you practically live with them. I'm not even going to roast on you who think living in separate homes is considered as a marriage. Y'all are oh my. Let me not even jump off subject. Just know I'm going to make an audio on that. That is, if you're living in a separate house, you're not married. You understand? How you gonna say, oh, that's my husband, but your husband lives somewhere else? You're supposed to be together. What kind of world do we live in where you say, oh, that's my husband and he has his own house, you got your own house, and y'all have a child in between? Y'all still acting like you're teenagers. Let me stop. No. Yeah. Psh. Let's stop the bus. No, but the reality of it is, getting back to the subject, okay? I said, listen, okay, you want to do this thing. That means you are in the best position. That means I'm going to be with you and you only. My word is my bond. If I say it, I mean it. I don't need some confirmation of some anthropomorphic, fragile, traditional, broken, unyielding, and failing system to back me up, to prove that I'm with you, or the so-called insignificant symbol called a ring, which isn't worth anything at the end of the day. It's just a rock, which isn't going to stop you from cheating. What is going to bond us is my loyalty and my promise to you as a man. If that's not enough, too bad. But anyway, the woman I've spoken to she was like, sure, yes, I get that. And so this is what I told her. I said, you got to know this. I need you to take care of my manhood. I need you to take care of yourself. Stay in shape. Stay good looking. The way that you are, baby, don't change. Keep it that way the best that you can. Go to the gym. Keep yourself feminine. Keep yourself kind. Remain positively submissive. Work out with me and be cooperative. That's all I ask you to do. The moment you change on me, I'm going to find somebody else to do it. And that's exactly how I told her. I said, I don't cheat. I'm letting you know right now, I'm not cheating on you, I'm going to find somebody to take care of me because you broke our contract. It don't have to be on paper. I'm not a child. Okay, you're not either. We are two grown damn adults. Act like you got some good sense and be loyal to your words. And the loyalty is here and now. If you want to be my girl, be it and act like you're the one woman army. If you're weak and you can't do it, I'm going to find somebody else. And I'm going to let you know I'm at her house. Okay. Or, let me stop. Now, how about this? I'm going to let you know she's taking up the position that you were supposed to be doing. That's just like a contract. That's just like somebody who needs to wash some windows because the person that you hired to wash the windows isn't there. You still going to need those windows washed. So you're going to find somebody else to wash the windows for you, or somebody in-house or outside the house. However, you're going to get the job done. That's the same as a man, because I appreciate and I honor myself. Nobody else is going to do it but me. But if you decide to ride along with Morpheus, you better do it right. Or you just plain get fired. I'm going to find somebody to take your position. And you'll be amazed. You will be amazed that this is just open communication. You can't get mad at that. I can't get, if in reverse, if she said the same thing. See, now here's a trick. Men and women are different. That's why I said we are different, how we cooperate with each other and our requirements as well. Okay, it's been known in the history of the westernized, whatever these people are today. I gotta be nice. Okay, that oftentimes the majority, not all, of women aren't generally satisfied. They gotta have more. It's not going to be something like, well, you got to do more for me. You got to do this for me. You got to, right? That's not enough. So when you, okay, y'all want evidence? Look at all the men who got a divorce in the past, 2020, 2019. They got fleeced. They've been taken to divorce court. Okay, how many women always vouch for divorce before men? About 80%. Oftentimes when you ask them, who filed for divorce, the woman always puts her hands up and say, I did because of, and the because is going to be a full list that us men, okay, you can't do right for doing wrong. You can't even do, everything you do is wrong. Everything you do, it don't matter what it is. If she wants a small ring, if she wants a ring, she wants the ring to be bigger next year. If you gave her Valentine's Day one year, she wants it bigger the next Valentine's Day. It's never enough. You took her somewhere to a restaurant, she's going to want to go to a different restaurant, a little bit more expensive and different. If you take her to the same restaurant, she'll look at you like a peon, that you cheap. Oh, I'm so bored. And then eventually, when you all said, you know what she'll say? I'm not happy. So no matter what you do, it have nothing to do with you being consistent. Most times, they're not going to ask that question. They just want you to please them. Again, narcissistic. But for a man, or should I say for myself, speaking for myself, it's not like I need her to do more. I just need her to keep doing what she's doing. How I met her, what caused the attraction, what made me look at her and say, oh, dang, I love that. Like, ooh, girl, back that thing up over here. I'm like, look at this. Lord have mercy. Like, whatever she did to catch my attention, just keep it. Everything else will fix itself, because this in the old days, grandma and grandpa used to do this. That's why the relationship started to get better like fine wine. It got better over the years because they didn't look at each other and always want more. They were satisfied with what they had. Now, if you want more evidence with this, I made an audio talking about how everything is made quick and easy. It's a programmed society. Do you understand what social engineering is? Social engineering means it's not going to come to you directly. You're going to be engineered from the outside. To get to you, you are a smart person. Nobody's going to come to you and tell you to your face, I need you to be impatient. I need you to want things now. And, you meet somebody today, get married at the end of the week. You're going to be like, wait. I need to wait. No, I'm not going to. No, the way it is done is by one item that's going to automatically over the consecutive functions of the years and propaganda and advertisement, it's going to reach your core. Like, for example, I always use this for an example, like the iPhone. Okay? You have this iPhone which created in 1 year or made, and it's out. Okay? And then you have the next few months or next year, you have a different iPhone 2 or something like that. And then it keeps speeding up the process where in a 3-year period, you look at the phone that the other iPhone you have, and be like, dang, it's still new, but everybody's calling it old. Then you got the newer kids who's raised up by single mothers and they're spoiled because they get everything they want. Okay. Or they're with these blue pill beta dad who think that keeping their child quiet is by buying them the newest thing. They will always tell you, what you have is old. Your clothes is old. Your attitude is old. Your conversation is old. You're old school. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So it's going to reach you eventually where even your very personal life, you're going to start being impatient and you don't know why. You got to have something else different. You can't even read a book anymore. You can't even listen to a song for about 5 minutes because 5 minutes to you is too long. You got to have the music like 2 minutes and a half, but it's good music because your short attention span. Who has a short attention span? Children. Go ahead and preach, Morpheus. Go ahead, like they say in the church. Go ahead. Hallelujah. I feel the spirit on this one. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Y'all don't understand how it works. Y'all don't think like that because you're too busy in your PhD. You're too busy following other people, distracting you. Left hand mitten, sweetie. Where you so impatient, you don't realize that you bring that into your very personal relationship. The enemy's not going to come to you directly. I keep telling you how the snake works. The snake is not going to come to you knocking on your front door. It's going to knock at a door that you never seen before. Maybe your attic door. It'll knock on your attic door. A door that you least pay attention to. Or your cellar door. It'll be down there knocking on it. I'm coming in. No, you can't get in. Okay, you can get in just slightly. The next thing you know, you're flooded with poison. So it's different for a man to a woman. So therefore, whoever is the weakest link is usually the one who falls victim to the manipulation of social engineering. Oh, I said it. Somebody hate me now. Well, either you hate me or you love me. But either way, it's just truth that you hate, not me. So here about cheating. Okay. Yeah, I'm skipping over a few things. I don't want this to be too long. All right. I'm not going to go too deep into that. Okay. Go to me for a minute and I'm going to talk about back to the cheating. She pretty much understood, and it's being open and honest because we're two different people. So yes, in return, could she say the same thing to me? If you mess up, I'll flip out on you, but women's going to flip out anyway. I don't trust them. No. I'm always with one eye open, protecting myself all the way around. Okay. So as far as worrying about how she thinks I feel about the situation, it's not her castle. It's mine. I'm not going to live with her. I'm put together. I'm established. Okay. She's coming to me talking about she want to be Mrs. Jones. I'm not talking about I want to be Mr. Jones. So when that came out of her mouth, I was like, no, you asked me. So if you want to jump on this train, then you're going to have to get right or get bent out. And you fail, you're going to be replaced. Simple as that. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I know how to hold my own. I know how to please you. I know how to maintain our relationship, and I know how to take care of you. If you stay the way that you are, you're going to be taken care of. When I get money, you're going to benefit. When I get whatever I get, because you're going to be my girl and my companion, don't worry about it. I got your back and I got you covered. Just stick by my side. I'm the man. I'm the leader. I'm the head. I'm that dude. If you don't like it, get the donkey out of my face. I'll find somebody else. I'll go find a pony. That ain't going to be you. Give me a headache. But this was fair. You understand? Now, I'm looking about fair like, well, equal ground and we no. Fair as far as being open and honest to say, okay, you know what you're gonna get yourself into. So you slip up, you mess up, you know the consequences. I'm not gonna sit here and try to hide behind your back and pick up the phone and hey, how you doing, Sandra? Oh, how you doing? I gotta be quiet because my girlfriend's asleep. I'm gonna step outside. Shh, shh. No, I'll be sitting right there on the bed. She'll call, and I'll pick the phone up right there for me. Who's that? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna turn around and be like, oh, so you denied me. This is your replacement, sweetheart. I'm talking to Sandra. Yeah, I'm on the phone. We don't like it. There's the front door. Get squirrely all you want to. You asked for it. See, some of you, I understand. Some of you women, I get it. Right now, you like, boy, she's stupid. That's a bimbo. What type of girl you think? No. Let me tell you the words that some of us don't comprehend. It's called accountability and it's called responsibility and listen, and accepting the fact that she made her bed. She needs to lay in it. So if she decide not to take care of herself, she know where she's going to mess up at. And I'm not going to sit here and patsy around her emotions and her feelings. She messed up. So when she mess up, she going to know she did. All these girls flocking around me, calling me and want to be with me. She know I'm a high value dude. She know full well I'm not going to just be left out there all by myself. So if she slip up, then the next girl's going to step up to the plate and do what she's not doing. So it's best to just let her know ahead of time, hey, you better get your ass in check. Or you see Sarah over here? Sarah is jogging. Sarah is in the gym. She's doing yoga. Sarah's butt is as big, if not bigger, than yours. You understand? And it's in shape at the same time. You gained a pound last year. Sarah lost a pound this year. You better get your ass together. Are you out of here? Some of you men just don't have, you don't have it because let me stop. I'm gonna stop. You get yourself bound in the financial contract, in the marriage debauchery. Yeah, I call it that. You get yourself in the poisonous, broken, archaic tradition, and you have no room to move. And you wonder why women run circles around you because you put yourself in a position of powerless. You got free will, you got choice, and you have the ability to protect your damn self. But you're dumb enough to say, well, I love this girl, so I'm going to just bet everything in her, put all my eggs in one basket, and whatever is whatever. And I don't want to hurt her feelings, so I'm just going to cheat behind her back. And she's doing the same thing to you with her ex-boyfriend. You just don't know it because you're not smart enough. Because you got smoke in your eyes and probably marijuana in your veins. Instead of being direct, manning up and doing what you need to do. You don't have to cheat. You don't have to sneak around the corner. Be like, hey, woman, you mess up, you out. You can't say that because y'all live in her house. Oh, wait, okay. Morpheus. She's driving your car. Oh, man. Morpheus, hush your mouth. Dude. You know, she has your child and she got the financial contract. So you can't tell her, oh, you act up. I'm gonna get somebody else. I'm gonna go to Brandy. I'm gonna do the girl next door type of thing. She's gonna be like, oh yeah, I tell you what, you ain't gonna never see your child again. You're gonna never see this ring again. And this car I'm driving, forget it. You probably ain't gonna see that again either. And I'm done with you. And at the same time, while I'm walking out, I'm gonna fleece you and the government's gonna help me. Because y'all put your head on the chopping block as a man, just like Samson, you put your hair in Delilah's lap and you got chopped off. So that's what put you in a very compromised position. I can say, baby, you mess up, get out. I'm not married. She's not my chick. The hell she thinks she is. Don't own nothing over here, nor does she have my child, nor are we married. You got what I'm saying? And she's not going to get a damn ring, and nor is she going to be driving my car. She better be driving her own stagecoach. But y'all get so wrapped up in the scale of the snake wrapping its tail around you, you don't realize it until you choke her to death. The moment she start acting up, you know what they do? Let me stop. This is getting too long. I made an audio on this. Just that audio, So men are afraid of marriage. I got all that in there. Okay. I don't have to talk about it again. We're talking about cheating here. But in the cheating, yes, you can't really get. It's like this. You can't get rid of her when she is a poison because you locked yourself with her. When it is totally against your man nature, and if you're going to do it, tell her she's going to have to be the Shangri-La. I tell my woman all the time, I can care about them, sure. If she rises to the occasion, I will be sitting there waiting for her. You got what I'm saying? But too many women can't get to that position because they're too overweight. They have too many kids and they're too old. You don't understand. I had a discussion with this with a young lady not too long ago. I just wanted to see where her mind was. And I asked her these some specific questions and I told her my response, the same as I'm sharing with you. I said, discussed this with the woman. I said, all I needed this woman to do is just take care of herself. That's it. So remain submissive, feminine, kind, cooperative, supportive. Let's work this out. Be there. Take care of my manhood because I got needs. If I ask her to flip over, flip over. Okay. Okay. If we need to explore, let's explore, adventure, do different things. Don't get an attitude. I'm not your enemy. And in the conversation, I began to tell her all the things about what some women do. They gain weight. They get an attitude. They come home and want to, right? They change. The whole week is all the emojis on your dumb phone. I can't deal with that. And the girl said, she said, well, I get that. You know what she said in return? She explained this. She said, the problem is, and this is her words, word for word. She said, the problem is a lot of women have a problem being accountable for themselves. Blew my mind. So some of y'all men think it's you. It's not you. It's she can't rise to the occasion. It's not you, and you scared to tell her what you need. But yet she's struggling with herself because the reason why sometimes they put you in a bondage situation, the reason why they get mad at you and they get emotional is because of something that they're doing, not what you're doing. And they can't rise to taking care of you as they should. I know some of y'all don't like that. I know some of y'all really don't like that. See, a lot of men have been confused for a long time. We have all thought, whoa, we got to make more money. Wrong. How many people, I told you again, how many men have been fleeced from this? No matter how much money you got, you can't escape it. It just makes you a bigger target. Okay. Now, man, maybe I should hold masculine flame. Maybe I should be an alpha. Teach me how to be like you, Morpheus. But no, that's not going to, even that isn't going to help you avoid anything because I got to watch my back 24 hours, 7 days a week and always stand my ground. And I'm always tried. You don't know what I go through in my personal life. I meet women that will get in my face and tell me they're going to beat my ox if I so much as pretend that I'm masculine because of the stance that I have, because I stand my ground, because I don't back, because I'm a man. How about that? Okay. And for a lot of women who wants to take power, they don't want cooperative. They don't want equality. They want to take power from you and give it to themselves. You are a threat. You are a problem. The moment you walk into the room and you're masculine, you're a dude, they're going to stop and look at you. There's been too many times where I walked into an office and there was 5 women sitting there just gaggling and talking bad about men and themselves. I walk in there and they ask me a question and it makes good sense. They ask me a single question and I explain it with my logic and simple conveyance. They hate it. They'll look at me like, oh, what's this guy know? No. Like, oh yeah. So, really? Then one of them is going to try to pop up that hate men because they want to be like a man. Oh my God, let me stop. Probably lesbian. Oh, jeez. She'd be the first one to try to show off in front of the girls to see if she can challenge me. Men don't do that. You say, have I done it? No, I just walk away. I ain't got time for it. But what is the alpha in a group of women? Like, really? Like, I'm sitting there going to flinch. Like, I'm sitting there and worry about what they think and what they feel. I'll go in there, grab my paperwork, and walk out. You got time. So you mean that? Oh, that's what you all men think. I'm liable to just turn around and just wink at her and walk the hell away to let her know you ain't nothing. You ain't, please. Walk. Oh, he heard. Oh my God, he winked his eye at. Please take that to court. They don't be what the, what the. Come on, hush. But you can't do that. And at the same, what I mean by you can't do that. What I mean is a lot of men don't have their girth anymore. Men don't stand up on their own square. They don't stand their ground like they need to. So a lot of women are like, well, you want to act like a punk? I treat you like a punk. Women don't like blue pill. You understand women don't like betas. They will challenge a beta, but they don't like them. After they beat you down, you're done. If you don't stand your ground and they win over you, they outsmart you. They become even more witty. They kick you around and they prove that they are right because all they want to do is right, even if they're wrong. Yeah, go figure. Then they're not going to respect you after that. Whatever dude you think you are, you're going to be the girl when you walk away. You just got beat up by a girl. Go tell that to your father. Let you come to my house and I'm your father. I take you to the woods and make a man out of you. Let's go grab the axe. Let's go outside, son. You ridiculous. But here it is. With the cheating, it's not the day and time for it. It's not the environment for it. These women are different than what they used to be. You need to read my book, 2020 America Rise or Fall Hard. These aren't the same women. I hate to scare you, but hey, too bad. Get over it. It is not what it used to be. These aren't your type of people that used to roam the earth. It's a different time. You're at war now with the very people who you're supposed to love. And they come at you with love in one hand, but a dagger in their back. Cheating is not going to work because also you are a human being. Humans make failures and it would get you caught up. Don't you know the stories? Let me tell you this. It's nothing new. People, high quality men and women around your world have been doing this before you was born. And a lot of them found themselves hung on a tree somewhere. A lot of them found themselves, well, they didn't know that they were there. They just pretty much blacked out, but everybody else saw them underneath dirt somewhere, and you don't know why. There are men, some men, betas, who had a bad day, and the reality finally struck them where, again, they're just RoboCop. And I'm not saying cop. I mean, the way that this machine was created with just the brain inside and act like you don't got no feelings or you're invincible to problems, where the awakening hit them, where they're in this marriage where it was out of arrangement. And she was like, well, if you cheat, I guess I'll cheat too, which is the dumbest thing to do because women are different than men. When they cheat, it is different. I'm not going to break that down in this audio, but it's a different thing because she is more of a, y'all don't like this. She's more of his property, not a thing, but something that he earned in life, something like that. Okay. And it's something that he benchmarked on. Now you'll say, well, how come he don't belong to her? Well, I'm not going to get into that because this audio is too long already. 48 minutes. I can't do it. Okay. But that's going to bridge off to another subject, but it has a lot to do with her taking care of herself. A man will only give himself to a woman who's worthy of him. Did you hear what I just said? If she's worthy of him, what does it mean to be? See, a lot of women think they're worthy and they have 3 kids. They've been married twice. They're 250 pounds. They got they've been ex-Instagram models showing their body all over town. They sold practically every part of their body and they think they're worthy. No, you're not. He's not going to give himself to you because you're not quality to him. You're not. See, I'm going to stop this because like I said, it's going to be another audio. I got to break it down to you where you can understand. Just know that it's different between men and women. When you go out there versus when he goes out there, that's a different dynamic, and the feeling and the emotions and the energy is going to be different because your chemistry. When you take a man into your body, it's the end of the world. When the man go take another woman, it's just like another day in the office. Okay, that's just the reality of it. But if you are a quality woman, if you are somebody, again, that he can give himself to or be just loyal to in that particular way, then that means you got to be the one woman army. You got to be able to provide him with just about everything that he need. And a lot of you, and generally American women, can't do it because you stuck on yourself and your PhDs. You're not willing to make the sacrifice to provide the necessary means for a man to choose you to be the only swimming pool that he swims in because you're toxic and you don't have enough water. My God. Oh, man. And after about a couple of years, there's no water in it at all. You a dry swimming pool. He'd rather go swim somewhere else that's full of fresh water because you got to have more and you're never satisfied. Proven by the 80% rate of divorce. Now, cheating isn't okay to no degree at all because your emotions can get wrapped up in it and people get jealous. And like I was talking about the RoboCop syndrome, there has been plenty of obvious what do you call that? News displays that have told you, and in the past history of when the man comes home and he realizes that his wife was cheating, or his wife smelled like somebody else's mayonnaise, or was caught in the act, or heard about it, or it was on the phone. Reality clicks. And you cannot control your human nature no matter how you try to amalgamate it. We're so unnatural, we're dumb. And let me say how we're dumb. Let me tell you, you're going to be, oh my God, Morpheus, you just disrespectful. No, you are, because you don't understand history. Sometimes we just so dumb, damn stupid. This is not back in the 1930s, 1920s, or even before that. Around that time where, well, yeah, I got 5 wives. Okay, cool. And before that time, and in certain cultures, you don't practice that. Things like that takes practice. To juggle 3 or 4 different women at one time is hell. And some of you women try to juggle 5 or 6 different men at one time, and that's why you're getting divorced. That's why you're never satisfied, because you can't wait to go back out there in the streets because you know you got 10 men waiting for you. He probably got 1 or 2 women. Because you've been bouncing with everybody while you were together with him for 5 or 6 years, and you won't admit it until you break up with him. That's when you really start. Men, that's where you really find the truth. As soon as you break up with her, a week or maybe even that day, yeah, that's why I slept with your brother. That's why I slept with your daddy. My God. I was cheating on you for 5 years. You didn't know about it. So there. Let me gut punch you on your way out and take your money at the same time. See that? And the whole time you think you're faithful to this so-called girl who you thought nobody else was messing with, but they was. People get hurt in situations like this. This is, see, for a man. Now, it's not all of them. And I've made a discussion on this. I made an audio called Having Friends. Okay? Excuse me. The man's anatomy is just a little bit different, where he has a little bit of logic and control over himself because he's not so much emotional. He should not be. So he can pretty much go places, and he may have 2 or 3 different girls depending on his condition. But if you're right, he can be there with you. Okay, he can be there and be a little diligent. But for women, it's an emotional thing. It's an attachment thing. I explained this before in audio. You and the woman's body. Let's say you got a jug of, you got a jug of grape juice. Every time you lay down with the man takes a cup and he dips the grape juice out of you. How about that? How about that? The guys who you mess with on the side while you and you're married to your relationship. So what happens is when he takes away from that juice, you're bringing that. And actually, he adds negative juice in with your juice. I know it sounds nasty. I'm just giving you an example. It's not. Don't look at it like the sexual type of juice. I mean, just grape juice in general. He adds negative water into your juice, or just plain dry water. And you use that type of same fluid to interact with your husband or your boyfriend. He knows you're acting funny. You're not even fully engaged in your boyfriend, and you're doing some silly things that he can pick up on because you are letting somebody else take that juice away from you and add his own personal, nasty spiritual energy in you that you're giving to your husband or your boyfriend. And it's going to start causing conflict in your marriage and your relationship. Because that juice is there to keep you going. Just like the battery. Some people say battery juice. You need that juice for longevity, to stay energetic, to be enthusiastic about your husband or your boyfriend. Men don't really operate like that because we have a longer battery life. We have a longer battery life. For some of us, because we are boys trying to be men, we can have our issues too as well. Men can't escape that as well, but a lot of real masculine men who know themselves can handle that. But the one who cannot, on a very low basis, okay, would be the woman because of her chemistry. And those who've been doing it for years, I've been with 6 different guys when I was married. I was married for 9 years. I was messing with the same type of guys. Well, oh my goodness. There was a story, and I'm going to get off this audio, okay, because this is too much. It could draw out too long. There's a story where this woman did that very thing. Thought she can be just like a man. See, there are some men out there that women know are dangerous. And there are, because there's too many blue pill beta men. There's men who don't get none. There are men who don't have self-control, who wasn't born with with mom and dad. And so she think flipping with other guys while her husband don't know about it is safe, like the man can do. And when those men get jealous or they feel a little possessive, that's when people start finding themselves dead. That's when you find domestic violence. This is when you find your tires busted and you don't know why. Your windows are, you don't know why. You don't know why this person cut you off in the middle of the road and yelling at you, and you're fearful of your life. You don't know why people are calling you at odd times of the day with anonymous numbers. You don't even know why she's acting the way she's acting, and she's leaving work at a later time at a day because of this dynamic. So that outside energy destroys your relationship. We at a point in this country or life, this time that we're dealing with today, I might say life for some of you, just damn zombies. Where cheating is sad. Cheating seems like the only way where you can be satisfied, because this is it. The only way for you to be satisfied and comfortable is through cheating, because your man or your woman is not enough, or specifically your woman is not enough. Because I told you I do an 80-20. I'm behind men on this one. Most times the girl isn't doing what she should do. And she's letting herself go. And while you're active, you're doing things, she's sitting down watching Netflix, eating a bowl of ice cream or popcorn. High fructose, stopping at every gas station, drinking fountain drinks, sickening herself, smoking cigarettes, not keeping herself together. So she purposely makes herself 250 pounds when she was once 120 pounds. So you have to have your man taken care of. You have to have your manhood provided for. She flipped off of the bandwagon. She jumped off of the boat, and now you're supposed to be stuck there with this woman who you are unattractive to. You're tired of looking at her face. You just like Married with Children. What was his name? Al? You just like him. Now, everybody, I'm pretty sure at first glance. Now, we all get this. And married couples, it's no different. If another guy see your wife and she looks like Peg, and he haven't had anything in a long time, he may think Peg is attractive. Or somebody might compliment you on your wife or say, "Oh, she's okay. She looks like this." And that. You don't see it, but he may be like, "Oh, this girl's she's all right." Now you lucky, man. No, but you're like, "Ow." You're like, "Man, you have no idea." When I go into the bedroom, I have to cut the lights off. I got to pretend she's I got to fantasize. I just know, man. I know, and she don't smell like she used to. The perfume just make her smell worse. And so you slipping out the back door, you slipping in your garage, trying to go for some PORN or something because you're no longer attracted to this woman. You just can't do it. You can't get it up like you want to because you decided to say, well, I'm gonna cash all my manhood chips in and be with this one woman who you know can change her mind anytime she want to, and most times they do. They don't stay the same. Now, the ones who I have witnessed, the relationships that I have witnessed, out of all honesty, it's nothing but honesty anyway. When I look at the marriages today who are still together, I look at the wife and I look at the husband and I notice the wife is doing the best she can to remain the same. Yes, she didn't gain weight. She may cut her hair a little bit. She may color her hair a different color. It's not going to be wild blue and purple and pink. No, he's out the door. She do that stupid. No, she looks the same. She may get a little older. You may gain a little natural weight, but she did the best she can do. And they still together for 15 years. 15 years. You men are getting this. Oh, man. I mean, I'm gonna have to make another audio because I really didn't do my best on this one. But y'all get women who are already railroaded. Y'all going to shops that's a buy here, pay here for your used automobiles, and you marry it. Y'all getting women with 2 kids, 1 kid. She's 190 pounds heavier than you. She already have a bad attitude. She's been ran over when she was 23 years old. She been getting smashed by the linebacker at school. Come on now, please. Please. She's oh my goodness. She's been keeping contact with her ex-boyfriends. She's been messing around. In her frat parties, when she go drinking, you would never know. That trip to New York City, that trip she's talking about, oh, I got to go see my mom. I'll be back next week. And you're gullible because you dodo. You'd be like, yeah, okay. As long as you have a good time, baby, just call me. And she's calling you when she get there. And you thinking she's all by herself. No, she's calling you. And the guy she's messing with is around the corner. She's calling you. He's not standing there. Then here come the night. I'm going to bed, baby. It's like 7 to 8 o'clock at night. As soon as you put the phone up, he walks into the hotel room with your girlfriend, soon to be wife. And then you get so smart where you say, well, we've been together ever since she was 23, 24, 25. I decided to go ahead and jump the broomstick because she's been a long time friend. And listen, let me tell y'all something. And I'm gonna close this audio. This is really going to hurt and it's not going to feel good. This is really going to hurt. But I got to stick it to you. I really do. All right. One of the main reasons why, listen to your Dr. Morpheus. One of the main reasons why your relationship dies is because she had all sorts of men dipping their cup in her grape juice. And she has no juice left over for you. Her battery is low. Do you not understand? Just because you think, oh, she's been my friend ever since I was this. Please, shut up. Shut up. Stop the dumb. Well, we grew up together. She was 16 years old. I was 17 years old. And no, sir. Sir, please. No, you're talking to Morpheus. Just put the shut to the up. Go somewhere else. I don't need your beta languages over here. Shut that noise down. Shut it down. There was a relationship where that happen just like that. And there is never a more miserable, never a more disgraceful, never a more body count of cheating and doing other extra stuff than two people who call themselves, well, we were friends in high school. That was my high school sweetheart. We were freshman year in college and we're still together. Yeah, sure, you're dry. You're dry. So what happens is there is a falling away. There is a definite falling away because everything she had, she gave it to every insignificant guy before you. And this dumb thing about getting all your oats taken care of before y'all get into a relationship. What the hell do y'all go to college for? What do they teach y'all? Yeah, I've been there, but I'm just talking about you because y'all think, let me stop. I got to quit. I got to stop this audio. You do not get the drift yet. You just don't get it. The oats that you have is for your husband and your wife. When you hear somebody say something as ignorant and uneducated as that, please walk the hell away from. That's the most dumbest thing you can say. Because you're talking about, oh, I want to be curious. And if we don't sell our oats before we get married and we don't get it out of our system, when we get into a relationship, we're going to be even more curious and want to jump the bridge and be with other people. You're a dummy. And you're going to find yourself alone with the dog for the rest of your life thinking dumb like that. I told you before, that's the time for you to take your Camaro, your Corvette out of the garage and burn those wheels and rubber. Burn some rubber. That's the time for you to let your hair down and go the extra mile. See, y'all don't know how to adventure. That's your problem. There is about, and I'm not going to say it. Yeah, there's 70 something positions and more that you can do. Yes, 70 some. There are plenty of things that you can do with your companion. There are so many adventures you can do. There is enough that you can do if you decide to be a monogamous relationship. If you decide to do this and she's worthy. There is enough. If you're curious and you need more satisfaction, you got it right in front of you. If she complies herself, if she's compatible, if she's submissive, if she wants to support you, and if she's understanding, then she's willing to ride with you because she's on the same bandwagon. If you give everything that you have to every insignificant person, when you get into this relationship, you have nothing to offer your companion but just a arrangement. Y'all in the house, that's like you just sign up for prison. Let's take him to prison. I don't want to be free, officer. Just take me to prison and take away all my rights. I don't want to be free. Tell me when to wake up. Tell me when to go to sleep. Go ahead and sit me on the side of the highway so I can pick up the trash. Who is dumb enough to do that crazy? Are y'all out of your mind? Are you not realizing how many people have been fleeced from marriage and how dry it's going to make your life eventually over time? If you have no more adventure in you and you're not curious about women and all this type of stuff, you got the curiosity. She's right there. Experiment with her. That will be the time. You never know. You might find a golden jewel somewhere that's going to make you fall deeply in love with that person because y'all are experiencing and experimenting together. And here's the thing, when you go into it because you've been all over town with everybody else and they marked you up, tramp stamped you and everything else, and you had your trains, the caboose in the front, okay? You are not interested in doing all that great adventure with your current relationship. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be done with it. And then guess what? The person that you with isn't the one who's making you unhappy. Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh, here we go. No. You're unhappy with yourself because you're so used to finding new sensations and new vibrations from other shapes and sizes. So it's not the man or the person that you're with. You're not happy with yourself. Because you want to dip back out there and find somebody else who is new, but it's the same damn thing because it's still you in the mirror. And eventually he's going to be fleeced. You're going to walk away from him too and say, I'm not happy. Because you have no more juice to be consistent in a one-on-one monogamous relationship because all your grape juice is empty. Judge Morpheus have spoken. Shut that down. Shut the BS down. Cheating is unnecessary and it's not going to help the situation. It's going to make it worse. People lose their lives every day for cheating. If you're going to do that, don't be in a relationship. Just let them know straight up front. I'm not interested in settling down with nobody. I just want to have fun. I'm not going to be committed. But if you want to be with me, we're going to have fun. But if you want to be my number one chick, you better be sure nobody's in that seat. You better make damn sure you know what you're doing because that is 1 out of a million. And you got to look the part, be the part, think the part, and you better be sure that you're going to have to work every damn day. Yes, relationships take work. And you slip up, somebody's going to push you off the seat and take your place. But until then, I'm not going to get in a relationship because I don't want to be committed and I'm not a commitment compatible individual. Just be honest with each other. Don't go out there trying to say, oh, I just want to go cheat. The hell are you doing cheating for? You playing video games now? You are a grown adult child. That's what y'all are talking about. Oh, we're cheating. Who's cheating on what? This ain't no chessboard where somebody turn around and you want to move the pawn pieces or the queen in different places where they don't know about it. That's what cheating is. That's what it is. When you don't tell nobody, when you don't tell your husband or your boyfriend that you're doing something behind his back and you're cheating, you're playing with somebody at your your job or your office. You know, you touching on him under the desk trying to see how, let me stop. Because you're curious, you want to see what he's working with underneath the desk. You're moving the pawn piece and the bishop around when your husband's not looking. Children, instead of being honest with him and saying, you know, I'm interested in other things. Cheating is never the answer. Just be honest. Let it be exactly what it is. If they can't handle it, goodbye. Now I'm going to say goodbye in this audio, and I have more for you. And I'll discuss. I've skipped over a lot of things for the sake of time. I didn't want to rush myself, and I could have did a little bit better. But I ran over a few very vital subjects that would be very understandable for us as adults. And again, you know who this is. Like it. I shouldn't have to tell you to subscribe. More to come.